Happy Friday, South Africa. I am so happy that it's Friday. It's been quite a hectic week. And finally, I get to end it on a high note with a recipe that my mom absolutely loves. And that is a rice pudding. My mom used to make this, and I promise you, it tasted like the best thing I've ever eaten. And that's why I had to celebrate her today.
I think it's amazing. And you from Soweto, I grew up with exactly the same pudding in the Free State.
It's all your fault, actually, because yesterday we made the sago pudding.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I need to bring my mom to this kitchen, and that's why we're doing this today.
Well, start, women. I want to see how you do this.
Awesome. So how we used to do it, normally we'd have supper the night before, and whatever leftover rice we had, I'd always be keen. I'm like, are we going to have rice pudding? That's the kind of thing it was. It was such a good dessert that I would have it all the time. I never get enough of it. So thank you guys for letting me into your kitchen, because now you're going to be going into my mom's kitchen. So it started off with cooked rice. So obviously whatever leftover rice you've got the night before, or even if you are just craving it and you want to have it on the day, you can make yourself just 1 cup of rice. That actually makes a lot more rice on it. That's the one thing I love about Excella. You get more bang for your buck. Light and fluffy, and it is quite delicious because it's got this nice earthy taste to it. So you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, what does it taste like? It's basically a delicious fluffy white rice. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to add to this my sugar. I'm going to go in with some butter. And then I go in with a bit of salt. So the whole idea here is to get these flavors mixed in together. And then obviously what's going to happen is the butter's going to melt, so it's going to release that creaminess in the baking dish.
You know, I told you earlier on, this is my father's favorite dessert, and rest in peace, bless his soul. He ate it with golden syrup.
Oh my
word. The pudding, and he just poured over golden syrup.
Wow.
And it hot, you know, a hot pudding.
So basically we were in the same house, just in different parts of the country. We were having the exact same dessert. So after this, before I add this together, I'm going to mix in my milk and my eggs, as well as some vanilla essence. But obviously mine is just basic, but you're going to show us how to flavor your milk even more. So I'm just putting vanilla essence. Just obviously the main reason for vanilla essence is when you're cooking with the egg, to hide that egg taste.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm just going to mix these together.
And I learned from you yesterday again. You flavored my sago, sorry, not the sago, the apricot jam, with a bit of clove.
Yes.
To me, that is genius. You must patent that. So I'm going to add a clove in my milk. So I'm just going to flavor it with a bit of milk. I like things hot, so I'm going to add a bit of a chili. Just a small pinch, like 1 or 2 small pinches, because it's just going to give that extra heat.
Exactly.
And I'm going to steal your idea with the star anise as well. I love it. With the anisey flavour.
Oh, yes.
And you just heat that up, simmer it through. Not simmer it, you can actually just warm it up and then use it in the pudding as yours.
Yes, because then what happens then is that the flavours that you've got in the milk will actually transfer into the rice dish. So it's actually going to be nice and aromatic. Yes, you've got the flavour of the rice, then you've got the flavour of the sugar, but those aromatics just take it to a higher level. So what you can see now is, because I mixed in the sugar with the rice, the rice and the sugar, rather, is going to caramelize as it cooks, because this is going into the oven to bake. Okay. So the sugar is going to caramelize, because we're not just going to have a sugary syrup or sugary milk. It's going to caramelize and form a crust
on the top.
Guys, you don't understand. There's going to be crunch, there's going to be soft, there's going to be gooey. It's going to be just all amazing. So all of this just goes into the oven.
Can I interrupt you? Did you put some butter in your dish or not?
No.
So you actually don't need it. It's easy.
Not at all. Because once you cook it, you're going to get it out of the oven, let it sit for a couple of minutes. The steam there is going to help release it from the actual container. So you don't have to worry about that. And guys, I know we're talking about deliciousness right now. Don't worry. You can also indulge yourself. Just go on to afternoonexpress.co.za to get the ingredients, to get the steps.
It's actually a baked custard.
Basically, yeah.
With rice inside.
Yes.
And that rice just makes it so moorish. And I don't know how, it's a flavour I cannot explain. Because of the vanilla, the cinnamon, and all that stuff. And no. Kudos to you, sister. Kudos to you.
So once that is baked at 180 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes, it's going to come out nice and hot. You just mix in your sugar and your cinnamon together and form a nice cinnamon sugar on top. Sprinkle that on top and voila.
Voila.
Enjoy your dish, and it's delicious.
So that's so easy. You've got cooked rice, you just add a bit of milk, egg, vanilla, mix it all together with sugar and a bit of butter.
And you're done.
Then you're done.
Dessert is served, guys. So go on to afternoonexpress.co.za, get all the recipe, ingredients and steps, and have yourself an amazing dessert this weekend.